Welcome to EduWars. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the last and as well as the most important exam part of IELTS. So, if you're writing IELTS General or IELTS Academic, if you're writing IELTS paper-based or computer-based, this particular category's test, IELTS Speaking, is done in a very special way. Why? Because till now, you might be writing your exams, so paper-based or computer-based, but here you will be encountering a physical examiner. Yes, it's absolutely right. I know sometimes even my students, there are few students were there, who were really scared of going ahead and meeting a particular examiner face to face. So they will say, oh, I'm so scared of IELTS. Can you suggest me some other alternate exam, where I don't have to meet a person in person? But that's the beauty about writing IELTS or attending IELTS exam. So let's get to it. See, as it sounds, it's not that kind of creepy as you mean to say, like you're going to go ahead and face an examiner. So what he or she is going to ask you will be some challenges, whether they will encounter me something, corner me on some question. It's not going to be like that. The examiner of this particular test, IELTS Speaking, will be very friendly with you. And of course, will be very warmly welcoming you to the particular exam center, and they will try to make you comfortable as much as possible. See, as the exam's name speaks, IELTS Speaking Test. So the examiner will not be talking too much. The entire idea of this exam is to ensure that how well you can talk in front of them. So this particular test consists of almost between 11 to 14 minutes duration. I haven't observed anything going more than that, but sometimes it do happen 1 or 2 minutes. The particular exam may extend, but it's not the exam duration will be extending. It could be the examiner might have liked you, so they might have some questions. So they might be talking to you casually. So let's understand. So in short, this particular test consists of around 11 to 14 minutes duration. In this particular time duration, you have 3 parts to cover. The first part of the test is going to be an introductory part, or it's an introduction. So what it will be? See, the examiner will ask you some short questions, mostly general questions. It could be about you, about your family, about your studies, about if you're working. They may ask you about your job, related to that. Ideally, the examiner will ask you a short question, but the trick here is to understand how well you can explain it to them. So we will talk about how to improvise in getting a better score. But a quick bite is that you should be always descriptive. You should not consider, let's say, if somebody is asking you, so tell me about your family. You should not simply say, oh, in my family, I have 4 people. I'm there, my parents are there, and I have 1 sibling, my brother. No. There should be more. You should talk about your family. You should talk about what your father does, what your mother does, where exactly your family resides, how long you've been there. Is it your own house, you have a brother or a sister, or you're the only child, and how well you gel with your family, how much you love them, how much they love you. You should go ahead and give a more description about talking about your family after all, So, the introductory part, the questions will be relating to you. So you know about yourself more than anyone in the world. So just go ahead and describe about it. Not too much, but I will call it should be a proper description. Let's say you should not be answering in 1 sentence. It should be 3 to 4 sentences. That gives a good understanding or a good impression about you in front of the examiner. Then comes the second part. Second part is we call the long term, or we call something. It's about you will be given a cue card and you'll be picking up a particular topic. You will have 1 minute to think about it, and then you'll have 2 minutes to talk about the topic. So the topic could be anything, The cue card could be anything. So all you have to understand, mostly it's with the general ideas which will be covering it out. It could be on current affairs, it could be about your similar areas around you. It could be a tricky question, let's say, talk about your favorite holiday destination. or talk about your favorite birthday party, okay? Talk about any of your favorite person in your life, talk about your friend, anything relating to you. Of course, it's not going to be that challenging as a cue card. So you got to be spontaneously thinking about it, that you can go ahead and plan a particular description. That's why you got 1 minute to think about it. And then you have to talk in 2 minutes. Third part is related to your second part. Okay, the topic on which you have detailed information you have given to the examiner, or you have given a small presentation in part 2. Based on the same topic, there'll be a discussion, and the examiner will be asking you related questions. Okay, let's say you have given a topic, you talked about like your favorite restaurant. You talked about your favorite restaurant, so probably the question may arrive like, when was the last time you had an excellent experience with the restaurant? Okay, why you like that restaurant? Okay, will you go there again? Okay, would you recommend to your friends? Okay, what's so special about the restaurant? What kind of experience you had? You know, all these related questions may arise. So this is about the part 4 of IELTS test. That's going to be IELTS speaking test. It's not that complicated as it sounds. Okay, but let's understand what exactly the examiner is looking from you. That's the point out here. If you talk about 3 parts and everything, what exactly the examiner is looking from you. The first thing the examiner will be observing, your fluency. How fluent you are. Are you getting stuck while going ahead and thinking about the sentence or the idea? Okay, are you fluent there? That's what the point they will be observing, and they will be marking on that. Second comes about the pronunciation. See, you may not be sounding as an American or as a British person. However, it's very important you should possess a neutral accent. This should not be, we call it as a MTI, mother tongue influence. You should not be speaking too fast, or you should not be speaking too slow. So it should be an adequate, moderate speech. Speech should be there, rate of speech. Okay, that should be with the pronunciation. Then of course we have lexical resources are important. That comes with the vocabulary. So how good you're able to utilize your word choice. Okay, you have a word vividity in presentation. How well you're structuring those sentences. Okay, when you're talking about your family, or you're talking about a short descriptive topic. Okay, how well you're organizing your sentences, that there should be a beginning, a middle description, as well as a conclusion in that. Even though it's a 2-sentence or 3-sentence answer, it should be there. Then third point comes, of course, very, very important, is the grammatical range and accuracy. You cannot go ahead and expect that you can talk about something and you'll be making grammatical mistakes. Let's take an example. If the question has been asked in present tense, then all your answers should be in present tense. If you're talking about a topic, okay, where you're giving example for an incident which has happened in the past, as I mentioned, like you talked about your favorite restaurant, so the question may arrive like, or you might give an example that what kind of experience you had. Let's say you celebrated your birthday or your friend's birthday last time, okay, last week or last month. So when you're describing the details, you have to ensure that all your description should be in the past tense. So your sentence structure should be in past tense. It should not be in present tense, or it should not be a mixture of present, past participle, past tense. No, grammatically you should be accurate. This is where in speaking test people face the challenge. They're pretty good in terms of information, they can be fluent, the pronunciations are good, they have a good choice of words, the word vividity or lexical resources have been taken care, but grammatically they have failed. If you fail grammatically, then obviously it will be giving a big damage to your score. So if you want to improve and you want to go and get a good score, you need to take care of all these 4 categories of scoring from the examiner's point of view. Of course, you should be clear about your point of view so that you can talk about the details that you have. So that's it. So today we have completed the IELTS 4 test. Okay, detailed description about them. That's the writing, reading, listening, as well as we talked about speaking today. In our future videos, we will be coming in details about like how to improve each and every category. Okay, how to go ahead and focus bit by bit. Let's say if you're talking about writing, how you can go ahead and practice, and what are the details you should work on in order to have an effective and influencing writing so that you can get a good score. If we talk about listening, then how to practice about it, okay, how you can focus more, what are the detailed practice, and how well you should go ahead and go with the tests and all, practice test and all. So we'll be working out on that one, and we'll be bringing out more videos. Of course, along with that one, we'll be also going ahead and bringing out videos about different universities, different countries, okay, how good it is for a career, that if you're planning out to go for a study and then to build a career, or let's say if you're writing IELTS general and you're planning to go migrate to a country, let's say it's Canada or Australia, what kind of categories you can qualify for, how well you can impress the particular visa officer in that one. So we'll be bringing out all these videos. So stay tuned with us. If you like this video, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as well as you can click the like button. You can subscribe to our channel so you can keep on watching new videos, and it can motivate us in order to build more videos and do more research. If you want to mention any details, you can of course go ahead and write in the comment box so we can take a feedback on that one. So till then, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.